Hey, welcome to another episode of Trumanisms. Just had to let you see the back of that shirt a little bit there. Tonight we're going to start breaking down the fights for UFC 98. Decided to expand it. We're going to break down all the fights that are on the card as they're listed on the date that I'm ready to break them down and review them and make my predictions. We're going to start out with the very first card on the fight and realize that a few weeks out from the fights, well, hours out from the fights, they're still subject to change. So again, I'm breaking down the fight as it's listed. We've got Dave Kaplan and George Roop. I saw the name Dave Kaplan, I'm like, that's a pretty familiar name. George Roop, not heard so much of. Maybe Dave Kaplan. And then I looked at the records. Kaplan is 3-2-0. Roop is 8-5-0. And I'm like, looking at Kaplan's picture, I'm like, man, the face just didn't ring any bells. So, doing my research, it said that he fought Junie Browning at the finale show, and I'm like, I remember that guy fighting Junie Browning. And then after reading some more stuff, it finally dawned on me. He had the crappy blonde hair dye with the unmatching beard and didn't look anything like the picture that we see now. And then I remembered how Junie just wailed on him and took him out, and a few other things that I read, not real impressed. Not that George Roop has the best record. And by the way, George Roop. I don't know. Sounds like a character Jimmy Stewart would have played in a 40s movie. I don't know. Nothing wrong with it necessarily, but anyway. And one thing I like about George, no nickname. Don't know what he came up with. George the Coop Roop, I don't know. But anyway, no nickname. 8-5-0. 8-5-0 sounds a lot like 3-2-0. Not a lot of difference, and that's probably why he's fighting Dave Kaplan. However, I did watch a bunch of his fights, and to steal a phrase from Joe Rogan, this guy brings it. I mean, he brings it. He comes to town, he's ready to fight. He's not in there to dance around and throw a few jabs here and there. He is there to bring it. That is the most fun thing about watching the 155-pound division. Those guys get after it. They are high energy. They're ready to go. Man, he's definitely going to have a huge reach advantage and definitely has a height advantage. He is 7 inches taller than Dave Kaplan, so that's going to be really difficult for Kaplan to deal with. Plus, man, the heat that George Roop brings is just really, really impressive. Man, I definitely, my prediction, George Roop. Pretty sure you could figure that out by the way the conversation was going, but I'm quite certain that George Roop will beat Dave Kaplan. We're going to break down another fight here in a couple of days, so stay tuned to Trumanisms, the only place where you can get everything. You can see some of this stuff on MySpace, Facebook, but Trumanism is the only place. So, until next time, peace.